What's up, YouTube? Welcome to more trades. Interesting price action from Bitcoin. In today's video, I'll be talking about why did this happen and what other targets. I gave you these targets before. What other targets should we be expecting, and where are we at in the charts today? Obviously, this move isn't random. It's Friday. It's usually take profits day for the big exchanges. Big investments company, you name it, whatever big organizations are usually closing their trades for the weekend, probably. That's how it is. But I'll be telling you on why this has happened and what has happened in the past few days. So this is Bitcoin on the 15-minute. Let's go to the hourly chart and let's dive into what happened. This spike up and spike down. Why did we spike up, and why did we get a reaction at that specific level? So I'm gonna put back my indicators and drawings, and I'm gonna show you where we are, where we were at the chart over here. As Fed Powell spoke, okay, we understand that whenever Jerome Powell speaks, the market reacts. 75% basis points was already priced in, and people expected that. It was already forecasted. So what happened over here? We got a spike in order to get a better entry for a short for the big players. And where did we react? Exactly at the fixed volume profile point of control that has been there for a while. And as you can see, we spiked above it and we went all the way up to these previous liquidity levels. If you look at this wick, it was all the way up to 20,154.1, and if you look at this high wick, it's at 20,182. I would say pretty accurate precision in the market. Nothing is random. It's just $30 off. Came and squeezed the people who went short from here and did not close their trades. Before we continue, if you haven't already, like the video. If you like the content, subscribe to the channel and click the notification bells to get daily updates whenever I post. So yeah, I expected that reaction to happen as Bitcoin was approaching that point, but as I said in my previous videos that I missed that trade. I was busy with family comes first. Then what happened after that? We got a pull down, and it was quite an extended pull down that we expected to go even further below, because if we take it from this low over here to this high, we would expect a reaction at the 0.618 at 18,894, but we went all the way down to the 1-to-1 extension level at 18,214. So I'm just there looking at the levels, trying to decide when to enter a trade. Now, what happened next? The next few days, if you take a fib retracement from this wick up, I'll call it the Powell wick, to the bottom of this other wick, you would see we got a pump and got a beautiful reaction. We almost touched this level that I have for a long time, 19,520. We barely got there. We got up to 19,504.8, where the 0.618 and 0.65 fit the golden pocket, and we got a reaction. You can see we had a indecisive candle or a stopping volume candle, and we continued lower. And at the moment, we are at the value area low. And in addition to that, if you take a fib retracement for this move, let's just take a look at where were we from the bottom of this move to the top, exactly 0.618 value area low. Now, would I go long over here because good support level? We've noticed that we have a ability to go lower, then we might bounce. I think we have much lower to go, and I'm going to explain this move that happened today. Why did it happen? Now, why did it happen? We obviously have some important thing that I was looking at, and I was just watching the charts, waiting to see the reaction from this. Today we had some important news for the euro and the British pound. The euro makes 57.5% of the DXY. So if the euro drops, essentially the dollar index, the DXY, will pump, because it's the dollar against the euro, against the Swiss franc, and many other currencies. But one of the main ones that holds a lot of weight is the euro. So whenever euro pumps, you could expect DXY to go lower. The dollar index will go lower because it's compared against the basket of currencies. Those currencies in that basket are the euro and many others, but 57% is the euro. So we had important news today. In France, we had good news for the euro, and this was bad for the euro, the French flash manufacturing PMI. Then the German had neutral news in the German flash manufacturing PMI, but it had flash services PMI negative. So that's for France and German, we have negative. Then if you go for GBP, we also had negative news. I believe the DXY is also compared against the British pound. So we have relatively negative news. You could say we had one good reading, one bad, one neutral, one bad, one below expected, two below. So in general, mostly we had several readings below what was forecasted, and that's bad for the euro. And if you go for the pound, we had one good reading, one bad reading. Yeah, so that's one thing. So that helped the dollar pump. And as the euro USD, if we take at the euro USD, you'll see that there was a dump from the euro USD over here. That's my euro USD. We had a big move down. Let's look at it on the hourly. We broke below parity on 20th September, and we continue. And as that happened today, you can see DXY did the opposite thing, and it ripped all the way to the 112, which was a level everyone on YouTube is talking about. I'm waiting for the 115. I marked it out earlier. 115, 117, and 118. So 115 is just a level that goes back all the way to 2002. On the daily, let's go to 2002. Let's pull this here. 2002. It's a significant level after 112. The next level could be this, 113. 115 is a bigger level. So if I put a horizontal line over here and clone it, put another one over here, that's our next significant point, and clone that. Of course, we'll have some consolidations. If you go to the 4-hour time frame, you'll find other levels of interest, but this would be like really bearish for the market. The 120 goes all the way back. 120 goes all the way 28th January 2002. Another thing to be aware of is that usually September is a bad month, but then we have October, November. We sometimes have good run-ups for crypto and the markets. So that's one thing that caused this move down. We're approaching end of September, just be aware. As everyone screams that we're going lower, we could be going higher. I have targets at lows, 17K, below that around 16K, 14K, and 12K, even 10K, even 8K. But the markets can end with a truncated fifth wave, as we had in the previous dump from 64K. I'll just remind you of that. If you go on the daily chart and you look at Bitcoin, when Bitcoin was at 64K, everyone expected a lower low over here, as in we had a third wave, fourth wave bounce. Everyone's waiting for that fifth wave to break 28K range. But look what happened. We had a higher low and a further higher low. We could be forming that right now. You just be aware of that. We had a low, and at the moment we still have a higher low. Could we go up and form another high low? It's totally possible. As you see, the thumbnail I posted today was, could Bitcoin 17K or 22K? We are at a critical pivot point, a decision point for Bitcoin. Now this move down, as I said, we are at the 0.618. We are getting a reaction. This is Ethereum, sorry. We are at the 618. We were at the 618. I believe we lost it right now. Oh, let's go on the hourly. Let's look for that. Okay, let's take a retracement from here to here. We wicked below the 618, and we are at the value area low of this range from 20th August. This range in the descending channel. So we are getting a reaction, a bounce. It could be a good buy and a stop possibly below the wick slightly, 18,541. This wick today went as low as 18,555. So if you caught that, well done, but just be careful. It might not last that long. We could be wrong. So there is a possibility that we are going down. The markets have opened right now. So if we are going down as New York opens now, let's look at our indicators. MACD looks terrible. This is on the 15 minutes. On the hourly, our MACD and our stochastic RSI. Actually, this is the cluster algorithm too. It shows you bullish and bearish divergences, if there are any, but I use the RSI to see my divergences, so I can get rid of that and put the RSI, and let's look at it. So RSI on the hourly charts, we had a low and now we have a lower low. That low is here and we have a higher low. So this could be, or is, if the candle closes like this and our RSI remains at low, because the RSI follows the candle close, the body. So if our candle closes like this, let's look at that, and if we even go on the body, we still have a higher low. We could be having hidden bullish divergence. Hidden bullish divergence could be a continuation of a trend. The major trend, the macro, is down, but in the micro you could say we are still in an uptrend from the lows of June, but you're going to lose that very soon. Or you could say from 21st September we are in an uptrend, sort of, and this is hidden bullish, so we're going to continue. But be careful, it looks like we're going down. The markets sort of showed their hands today. I want to go into some Elliott wave counts. I believe we're in a big fifth wave down, and this could be the third wave of the fifth. This move down could be the third of the fifth. I'm going to show you the count that I had. We had a fifth, and then we had a 1 again to 48, a 2. This whole move, okay, this is how it goes. Let me get it straight. From 69k we had a wave 1 down, a 2 to around 48k, a 3 that brought us down to around the 25k. I have these fib time that brought us down to 27,740, a 4th that came up to the 32k region, and this move down is a 5th wave. So if I just try and hide some stuff just for clarity, what are we trend-based fib time, let me hide that. Trend-based fib time, let me hide that. Okay, vertical line. So we have completed, we are in a wave 5 of the entire move down, the big wave count from 69k, and this wave 5 could take us all the way down. This wave 5 could go solo, I haven't counted it, but this is our wave 4 essentially. It's around 25k, it finished over here, and expecting a wave 5 down. Now the wave 5 itself would have 5 waves down. So this could be counted as a 1 and this is a 2. And if we take a trend-based fib and put it exactly at the top of 1, the top of 1 was over here, 25,214, 25,218, I'll take that. And the low over here, see we're breaking the lows of wave 1. We're trying to break it. And then the top of 2, that will give us a wave 3 that could go down to the 1-to-1 at 16,192 or 12,098. Just keep that in mind that this is a coin-based chart. It's totally different on other exchanges. So that's the wave 3 of this move down. And if wave 3 stops at, and let's see how far wave 5 can go. We go from the top. 1 was over here. The end of 1 was over here. Oh, sorry, that's wrong. Let's stretch this. There we go. 1 was over here. End of 1 ended over here. And we take it, just a second, to the top of this wave 4. Our wave 5 could come down, if it's not going to be a truncated fit, it will come down to 22.8. We've done that. We've exceeded that. So the wave 5 could really stretch. We're at the 2.618 for wave 5th, which is quite a stretch. So could this 5th wave down be over, and the count, the micro count in here is wrong that I have? It could be, but it really looks like a 5 wave move down from here. Look at that. This is the 5th wave down. So I had a 1, a 2, a 3, 4, and a 5 for the first wave of the 5th wave. And then I have a wave 2 up. Then I'm having a wave 3 of the 5th that could take me down to at least the 16k. That would be a 1-to-1 extension. Let's say it just goes to the 1-to-1 extension at 16k. How high would it go? So if I say this is the beginning of the wave 3, we're going down now to the 1-to-1 extension. Then we have wave 4 that will essentially come to the 0.382, possibly. Wave 4 can bring us down. Let's get rid of this. First, okay, if the wave 3 started over here and it ended at here, the 1-to-1, our wave 4 could give us a good pump to at least 17k or 18k, or even go further to the 0.5 fib extension at 19,495. And if we forecast it to go that high, that means wave 5 will be shallower. So 19,495 would be our wave 4. So now we can measure how far our 5th wave will go. We can see that, take our trend-based fib, we say our 1 was over here. End of 1 is over here. And then our 4 we said would go to 19,495. So we assume it goes to 19,495 would be 19,495. 491. It goes over here. Our wave 5, if it's not truncated, can come at least to 12,834. Again, 12k. or if it's a truncated one and stops at the 0.618, that will be 15,377. If it's going to go deep as 1.618, we could go down as 8K. So we have those targets to be aware of. Now, in addition to that, let's look at traditionals. They are very important for this. Traditional markets are very important, and we have to be aware of where we are. We are almost at the value area low for the Nasdaq. That will be tremendous support. That will be a 1-to-1 retracement, I believe, from the June low. That means we're going to the June lows. We haven't done that in Bitcoin yet. The 1-to-1 1141. That is for the Nasdaq. Indicators, MACD looks very bad on the daily, and if you go on the hourly, same thing. Fails to curl up, trying its best. 4 hourly, 15 minutes. We might have a reaction when we get to that value area low, which is at around 11,243, very close to the 1-to-1. That's for the Nasdaq, the US 100. The Dow Jones, which is like the mother in crypto, Bitcoin, has broken June lows, so you could expect the rest of crypto to break June lows. Now, Dow Jones is 29,672. What's its June lows? We're 29,689 at the moment. So 29,672. We went lower than that. We broke it and we came back up. So not good news. Okay, the SPX. We're getting to the June lows. It's not far away. It's at 362, but of course SPX doesn't move as volatile as the rest. Yeah, the SPY, same thing. We could expect further downside in all of them. The Dow Jones is going there. We're breaking June lows live. 29,672. Let's look at that. Let's look at our 800. All our EMAs are above us. Let's look at the hourly. Do we have any EMAs? 800 and 200 above us. 4 hourly. Daily. Even on the daily, we're below the 800 EMA. That means we're below the 800-day moving average. So we're below the average. That's very bad, very sad for the market. Filecoin are into the short at 5.5. I would say I probably got stopped out by now when the market opened. Let's look at I can't check my trades now, but it seems we're getting a reaction over here from Filecoin. I entered probably over here, so probably I'm still in the trades, or I barely got stopped out over here. I'm not sure. Oh, my Filecoin is doing good. I'm at 61%. That's good, that's good. I will get stopped out. Probably I'll move my stops to break even, because it's fine. I'll leave them there. I might lose. That would be, I'll be at a loss of maybe 10%. It's a small position, so it's fine. Ethereum Classic and June lows. Let's compare all of them and look at their June lows to see where we headed in the charts in regards to the June lows. Are we going deep? We know where Bitcoin's June lows are, but Ethereum Classic would be down here, 12.54. Anyone who bought there, that was nice. You should have sold over here at $45. That's a nice trade, and probably went short. Our next area of support is this order block over here, If you see it over here, this order block is our next area of support. It's around the $24. Everything is following the traditionals, and just be aware, let's not get excited on the bearish side. We still have Fed Chair Powell speaking in about 3.5 hours, so that will cause some craziness. Is this in preparation for Fed Chair Powell to come out somewhat dovish and drop the dollar and pump the rest of the market just before 3 hours before we close the markets for the weekend? We'll find out. This is ICP token. We're still not near the June lows. And let's look at Euro USD. Are we getting a reaction? Euro USD is tanking. Let's look at the 15-minute. Okay, somewhat of a pullback in Euro and Filecoin. Let's look at Chili's. I tried trading it. We are just holding this level, 0.2653. If we break down from there, then our next support is at 0.2246, but we would have this level, last week's high, at 0.2482 to cling on to. Last but not least, I would like to look at the queen of coins. Bitcoin is king. This is a queen. Ethereum, she trades and walks much better than Bitcoin. If you haven't already, smash the like and subscribe if you like to, and only smash the like if you like the content, and yeah, put the notification bells on. Now, Ethereum is above a level of support. The level of support for Ethereum is right over here, and that sits at, and thanks for smashing the likes if you've done it, 1,276 is a significant level. Let's look at the 4-hourly, switch off the indicators and take the fixed range volume profile. I'll give you some levels on Ethereum to watch for. A significant level. This is a very old level. This is January 2020 range value area high. So I measured the fixed range volume profile for January 2020 for Ethereum, and if you like, we could go back January 2020 and I'll show you something interesting. There you go, that's the volume profile. January 2020 range value area high, slightly lower, sorry, I need to bring this down here. Perfect. And we had the point of control over here, somewhat, the line isn't there. January 2020 POC line, and 2, no, 3. Okay, and January 2020 value area low. And we'll look at how Bitcoin, Ethereum was reacting to this. So I'll name that January 2020 POC, Jan 2020 POC, and January 2020 value area low. If you're interested in any coins you want me to do TA on, you can put it on the chat and I'll be glad to do that. Value area low. So there. Now we go back to the chart and let's look at Ethereum on smaller time frames. These are demand wicks. I forgot to show them. Of January, we have 2 demand wicks in January 2020. So if we go back, just to show you the market reacts in a certain way. There you go, 1 wick, and this is the 2nd wick, and we rallied up and never went back down. Or did we? Did we visit the demand wick area? Never, until the last time we crashed, last June. That's when we came down, and those are my targets for Ethereum. There you go. We came all the way down and claimed that lower demand wick, and we bounced from there. And as you look at this, we came to the value area low, we got slight above, we reacted, went to the value area high, we got above, reacted, came down again to the demand wick, retest the other demand wick, we tested this demand wick perfectly. Look at that. If you look at this, we wicked it and we closed right above it, and the next time we came down, the wick almost touched it. Maybe I didn't draw it perfectly, and we went up to the January 2020 point of control, struggled, came back down, struggled again, and we went up. Now coming down, we tested this level of support. It's an area, value area block, and we came down, touched the January 2020 point of control, got a reaction, and seems were coming down. So my next target for Ethereum is 1239. If this doesn't hold, and I mean by not holding, if we start opening and closing candles below that, we could easily come to the January 2020 demand wick. First, January 2020 value area low 1128, demand wick at around 994, which I think was the level is 1000, but I'll keep it there. 994. This is, wait, there you go. Yeah, or we could come down to 911, 911, or down to 712. Those targets are there. They are lower targets. I'm sure you could find them, but that's for Ethereum. Now if we go for the upside of Ethereum, first level of resistance is value area high at 1401, 1401. Then comes 1720 and 1811. We obviously have one at 1695 and 1583, I believe. $16.50, yeah, $16.50 is another level. Back to Bitcoin. Looking at Bitcoin, now we are trying to break that value area low as we've gone under it again and again. We are getting a reaction. I think I'll move my stops to profit or break even, because this could be a good buy zone. We are at the value area low, and in addition we are in the middle of this descending channel that I have from August 14th September, sorry. We are in the middle of the channel, so you expect a reaction. But if we break that, our target to the low side for Bitcoin, to the downside, we have one target over here, 18162, an important target. If we lose that easily, we could come down to the lows of June, 17.5. Might not hold. A lot of people expect a bounce. Maybe it won't, or it might give us a fake out to the upside. Our level to watch out for over here, 1897. At the moment we look like we might be bouncing. Probably you hold until Fed Chair Powell speaks, then we bounce. Another target to the upside, 19.528. So these are the first targets, and of course the target that will change my sentiment short term, probably if we break 20,200. Why? Because it's just this area here, over here, sorry, 2180. Then that essentially would change my count of my waves, because if we break that, then it means wave 2 is not done. This was a 1 and we're coming up for a 2, or it was an A and we're still coming up for a B. All in all, it is bearish in the macro, but you can benefit from the small or some big moves. We could be moving up. Look at that, the candle. We don't have volume kicking in. MACD still curved down. This is on the 15-minute. RSI on the 1 hour. Let's look at the range. We're kind of in the bearish range. We're not in the bullish range. We're below 50, and we've been below 50 for a while, but seems we made a higher high, probably a higher low, and go up. RSI on the 4 hour, we don't have any bullish divergence over here. We had over here, look at that, we had a higher low and a lower low, which gave us this small pump over here. At the moment, on the 4 hour, nothing. Probably on the hour, I looked at it earlier. Yeah, we have a bullish divergence. The last time we had a bullish, we have hidden bullish divergence now. The last time we had a bullish divergence on the 1 hour. Let's look at how well did it play. We had a low over here, followed by, let's see, we had a low over here in the price action, low, lower low, and here we had a low and a higher low. That was bullish divergence. We had that move up to 2179, so a small move. Higher time frames will give you more guaranteed moves. Okay, we're having some movement, I see, on Bitcoin. This hour is looking a bit bullish. However, volume is close to nothing compared to this bearish volume. We had a move. The bearish volume was 42,542, and yeah, all right, that's my update for Bitcoin. If you're interested in any charts, before I go, you could just put it in the chat and I'll chart it for you. Otherwise, thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe. If you have any questions, you can post them and I'll be glad to reply. We've seen this pattern so many times. Before I go, the squarish pattern, we come down, consolidate and move back up. That could be playing out again and again. It might be playing out again. Look at that. Check, check, check. We had it so many instances and many time frames. That just tells you it's just a game of liquidity. Oh, so many people sold, let's buy into them. You see that? So if you're in a trade and you're making good profit, take some out. If you want to let the rest of it ride, you could. And yeah, thanks for watching. I'm out.